In ancient times, both spirituality and science were part of the same field of study, but later became separate. Now, in today's world, the two fields of study are becoming one again. With magnetoencephalography, we can detect brain activity without the person having any physical connection to the machine. This technology shows our thoughts are being broadcasted outside the brain. Even more interesting is the heart, which produces the largest electromagnetic field in the body, the main source of our aura. It can actually learn, remember, and make practical choices independent from the brain's operation. The heart actually sends way more information to the brain than the brain sends to the heart. The heart is constantly sending signals to the brain. These signals influence the higher brain centers involved in perception, cognition, and processing of emotions. The heart can actually receive and respond to information regarding a future event about 6 seconds in advance. This seems hard to believe, but the studies done at HeartMath Institute show this to be true. The electromagnetic field the heart generates is large enough that it projects outward surrounding the body. It can transmit information between people. This exchange of information can be measured up to a range of at least 5 feet, perhaps much more. Now, people who are in a positive state of mind, or at a higher vibration, can send and receive signals more easily. However, to truly experience the power of these spiritual concepts, one must reprogram the subconscious mind. I will discuss this further in another video. Biophoton emissions are electromagnetic waves which can be read by bioelectrography technology. This shows how emotion can travel from one individual to another. It was measured between 2 individuals whom had a close relationship, showing the one person sending love to the other. The study showed on screen the emotion travel through 2 buildings to the other person, almost instantaneously. This demonstrates biophoton emissions travel through solid matter and at long distances. This experiment can be seen in the documentary We Are Vibrational Beings.
This was a study to show is it possible to send and quantify, measure energy of healing, loving energy, sending. So if we send loving energy to another being who is not directly in front of you, but in another space, will they receive it? And if they receive it, how does it show?
Wow.
That was the purpose, and this was done with a team of researchers in Slovenia. So here we see that you've got the person who is sending energy. This is the right side, is sending of energy, and on this side is the receiving of energy. So from the right side, when you talk about, because the emotional heart is on the right, it is sending, so there is a little burst, and of course these bursts are captured.
And it's separate from the body. It's leaving, this burst is leaving the body.
Indeed.
Oh, that's amazing.
And the receiver is receiving it. And look at the shape of that too.
How far away are they physically from each other during the experience?
2 buildings.
2 buildings?
2 buildings.
So this burst of energy traveled 2 buildings and went to
this person who was the receiver.
And this is documented scientifically as biophoton emissions.
Yes, yes.
The concept that we are all one is no longer just something spiritual. It is simply the way things work. The holographic solution used by Nassim Haramein shows that every proton has the information of all other protons in the universe within them.
What if you were connected to everyone in the world? How would your life change? What if you could see the patterns, see the beauty, ideas in science. Deepen your connection to nature, to the stars, and to each other. Learn to see the world differently.
What really keeps me going, this transformation I can see when a person realizes that they're connected to everything and that they matter in the universe. We experience this life, and most people don't ask, like, how did I get here? What is this life? How am I moving trillions of atoms around? We often hear the concept, everything is connected, it's all one. For many people, it resonates as something true. But how is that true? Some of the work I've been doing starts to open the door to understanding how everything is connected. Everything we experience as reality is actually made up of 99.99999% space. So maybe instead of looking at matter, defining the space, I start to think maybe it's space that defines matter. When I look carefully at the natural world, I found this interconnectivity of all things. And I started to wonder, what is the source of this self-organizing system?
The connected universe. Now on Vimeo.
The previously discussed topics demonstrate that we are all connected, but how can we utilize these concepts to our greatest benefit? After all, we've all heard many talk about the amazing benefits of spirituality or positive thinking, but many of them are not living any better lives than non-spiritual people. The reason for this is that many hold these spiritual beliefs only in their conscious mind. The key is to reprogram the subconscious mind to match what your conscious mind has learned.
95% of our life is coming from the programs of life, how to live life that we get in the first 7 years of life. The movie The Matrix is not science fiction, it's a documentary. Every human, and this is a fact, every human first 7 years is download a hypnosis. The brain of a child under 7 is in a lower vibrational frequency. When you put wires on a person's head, you read electroencephalograph, reading brain activity. A child below 7 has a lower vibration than consciousness. It's called theta. Theta is imagination. Oh, that's how kids play a tea party with mud pies, but to them it's a real thing. A kid rides a broom, it's a horse. Theta is also hypnosis. And the idea is this: before you can become conscious, if you don't have any programs, what are you going to be conscious of? Theta is hypnosis. You just watch. You watch your parents, you watch your siblings, and your community, because you have to learn how many 100,000 rules. Think about it. Just to be a functional member of a family and a functional member of a community, there are rules. Teach an infant these rules. It's like, oh, you don't have to. First 7 years, they observe it and just download it. Look, this is not new. I mean, there's the famous book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. and basically said you come from a poor family and you could struggle your whole life and try to get rich, but you're not going to make it. And if you come from a rich family, you could be stupid your whole life and make it. Not because it was thinking, but it was unconscious behavior that was downloaded from rich families into kids, which is unconscious. So they're making the right moves unconsciously. If they engage their conscious mind, then they look stupid, but it's unconscious. And that's the same thing with poor people. Poor people have beliefs from the family. Oh, you can't make it, life's a struggle, things are hard, who do you think you are? And if that's the program you get, then 95% of the day you will sabotage yourself. And that's why poor people stay poor and rich people stay rich, because the programming. 95% of our life, this is a fact, comes from those programs in the subconscious. Every day, only about 5% of the life are you using conscious, which is creative. And the Jesuits, for 400 years, they were boasting. People didn't understand. They say, give me a child until it's 7 and I will show you the man. They've been saying that for 400 years because they knew 7 years was the program period. And 95% of your life after that will be whatever that program is. And after age 7, how do you put new programs in? Repetition. Practice. You want to drive a car, you didn't learn how by just getting in the seat and put the key in. You had to practice driving the car. You want to learn the alphabet. How many times did you go from A to Z, trying to go to A to Z before you can complete it? And once you completed it, you didn't have to go back and do it again. If you're not a happy person, I say, you want to be a happy person? Then repeat all the time, I'm happy, I'm happy. I say, well, you don't look happy or anything. I say, no, who am I talking to? By repetition, I'm talking to subconscious. If subconscious gets, I am happy, and 95% of your life comes from that subconscious, there will be a point once the subconscious got, I am happy, you don't have to say it again. But you have to do, repetition is a habit. It's making habit. So you got to do something religiously in the sense of repeating it to make it work.
After the age of 7, the subconscious mind learns by repetition to form its habits, which can be quite the time-consuming process. However, there are healing modalities which can make this process much easier, where you can change your beliefs in a matter of minutes. Stay tuned for more videos where I will delve deeper into this fascinating topic.